Hi guys, and welcome to Macy's. I am Nay. Thank you so much for coming and checking out my channel. As you guys know, we do a weekly series called YouTuber of the Week. And if you guys are just joining, make sure you comment below. Let us know that you're here. We're getting setting up. So let me see. I'm going to tweet this out just so that people know that we are live. Because you know how sometimes notifications don't get sent out?
Yes.
So let's see. I'm going to tweet this out just so that people know that we are live. Because you know how sometimes you have to shut my volume off.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Hi guys, if you're just joining us, make sure you comment below. Let us know that you're here. And of course, tweet out this live so that we can have as many viewers as possible. There I am. Share it, Twitter. And John's going to share it too.
All right.
So would you like to introduce you and your channel and tell us what it's all about?
Sure would. My name is Dannymikreacts from Buffalo, New York. And the name of my channel is Dannymikreacts. I am a father of 3 little boys. Just your typical guy that is married, raises kids, is half nuts, just like most parents could, could agree to. And right now I'm doing this whole YouTube thing just for a hobby, just like everybody else. I like music. I'm kind of creative, so I figured I would take my love for music and take my creative side to me and just kind of fuse those two together. React to music, because I kind of I used to watch reaction channels back in the day when I would put my 2-year-old to bed, or well, back then it was my 1-year-old. And I just thought it was kind of interesting, seeing people react to music that you enjoy and you like, and for someone to listen to it for the first time, you get like a true reaction. And I just thought it was interesting, and just said, hey, what the hell, let's give it a shot. And I've never done any kind of recording in the past in my life. Never was anything to do with YouTube, nothing. So this was all started from scratch, like totally brand new, totally green, a rookie. I've learned a lot through my time, and so here we are about almost 9 months in right now.
Yeah. So when you started watching reaction videos and you're like, oh, I can do this, is that the only content that you want on your channel, is the reaction videos, or have you thought about maybe doing family vlogs or something like that?
For Dannymikreacts, I want to keep it mainly, I wouldn't say that we're going to just, I wouldn't say that I'm just going to focus just on music. I would like to branch out a little bit more, maybe into other types of reactions. I don't have anything planned like right now in particular. And if I ever do anything with my family or anything else, I have a couple other channels set up that I really haven't done much with. I haven't really done anything with, actually, because I was just trying to get the Dannymikreacts channel up and running, build it up a little bit. And so when I get to a point where I think I'm kind of happy and comfortable, the family stuff, the more personal stuff, would come into a different channel. And I also have a gardening channel that I would like to do at some point, just to show that side of me that people probably wouldn't expect. I have a little bit of a green thumb, so I do a lot of gardening in the summertime, and just so that would possibly be a 3rd channel maybe at some point. So
I know one channel is a lot, but having 3 channels or more, that's a lot of work. Now, yeah. So I know you mostly do videos, and you said that you might come into doing reactions of other things than music. So yeah. Are you gonna think about that in the new year, or is it maybe just focus on music right now?
For just right now, I think it's just I'm gonna stay with music. But I did eclipse the 1,000 subscriber count last week, so that's kind of one of your first main goals you really go for. Get your subscriber count up, get your view time up, And oh, my little guy's trying to get in the room. So if I do anything else, it would be possibly, there's a lot of like challenges people like to do, like when they react to like the try not to laugh type videos and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe sometime I'll kick that idea around and just do a little more random reactions, more random video reactions. So.
Hey, Daddy.
Oh, I got a visitor.
What's that?
So my name is Nay. What's your name?
You want to tell me your name, bud? It's like somebody got camera shy.
So I have a question for you. So what do you think about your daddy doing YouTube videos? You like it? Is it cool, not cool?
He does this a lot. He does rock on. He does this.
Oh, really?
Yes. Want to show him you rock on?
Love it.
Right again, one more.
Now, do you pick any videos for your dad to make videos on? I think you should.
Yeah. Maybe Mickey Mouse videos?
Maybe.
Something like that. Or Peppa Pig.
It's a kid YouTube. So do the baby shark or do do reaction to all of it.
Let's say goodbye. Say bye.
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 We'll see you later.
So you've been doing YouTube for about 9 months and you're almost at 1,000. No, you just hit 1,000.
Yes.
You just hit 1,000 subscribers.
What's that?
Okay, go ahead.
So within a year, you've already accomplished so much. Where do you see your channel going in the next year?
No, I want to show Daddy.
Honestly, now that I'm starting to get a little more acclimated to the whole thing, I think that my channel is definitely going to grow progressively a lot faster than it did in the beginning, just because I got more experience. Within the next 12 months, or end of March will be my first year. Just so everybody knows, it was like the 23rd of March, 2018. Between now and then, I think I might even hit maybe 1,500. And I'm not trying to be modest about it. It's just kind of got to the point now where things are really, I'm getting a little more traction. And again, as a new YouTuber, you learn a lot. So I think I understand where to go with reactions and which ones to pick. It's a tough channel to do because of the copyrights. So that's my biggest issue.
How do you get around that?
I'm sorry?
I said, because my husband and I try to do a reaction video to one artist, and we got copyrighted right away. How do you get around doing reaction videos to artists without getting the copyright claim or your music getting demonetized?
Well, let's just say this: as far as music, if you just flick on the radio and listen to songs, I'm going to guarantee you that 99% of what you hear on the radio is going to have a copyright to it. Copyright claims and copyright strikes, I'm not sure if you're real familiar with all that, but there's two different levels to it. A copyright claim is where you will lose your money. You won't be able to collect any money off it. The artist or the record label, I should say the record label, is the one that basically controls the whole industry. So the way you have to try to find an artist out there that doesn't have that issue with them. And the one group that I've done it has not gave me any issues so far is Tool. The rock or progressive rock band Tool is probably one of the most record labeled friendly bands that I've covered. I've done 4 songs by them so far. No claims, no copyright claims at all. I have 41, I think it's 41 or 42 reactions right now, and I probably have nearly 20, about almost 20 copyright claims. So another thing you can do that is helpful for people that do reactions is do live concert footage of a band. And so, like, if you think about it, when you have a record or a CD out there, when it's, like if you're listening like Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion or something like that, if you try to pick any of those songs to react to, or just, something new, like some of the new bands, I did Nicki Minaj recently, they're all copyrighted and you're going to get a claim on those. if you are just kind of ignorant to the fact where you just hit play and you stand there for the whole duration of the song and don't stop it, don't clip the video, which means kind of cut the video down, the chance of you getting a strike is highly, probably 3 times as much. So that's why you'll see a lot of reaction artists, they'll stop the video, they'll talk, which is fine because you're explaining what you're feeling. And that's kind of some of the tricks is stopping it. I learned that every 25 seconds, if you stop the video more often than 25 seconds, then you probably will be claim free. But who wants to watch a video that stops every 25 seconds?
Yeah.
Then you lose the momentum of the song. So you have to take it on the chin. You just got to say, here you go, record label. Take the money. I'll gain subscribers because I'm covering a certain artist. And that's kind of the flip side of it.
So who do we have on? We have Raymond from Link 86. We have Austin from ETV Studios. Welcome, guys. As you guys know, this is YouTuber of the Week.
This is YouTuber of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Hi, John. How are you?
Oh, bro.
You're a little dark.
It's my tan.
No, as soon as you mentioned Tool, John was like, yup. Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're one of the most friendly bands I cover. So I'm going to do more of them.
46 and 2. Great song.
Okay. Well, it's been, almost every song that you could think of has been suggested. So I've done 4, and my next batch of recordings, I'm going to put Tool in there again. So,
it's the mob boss job.
What's up, Raymond?
So since we're talking about music, you do cover music, and I think you relate more to Danny's music than I do.
What, you listen to good music and you don't?
Yes.
All right.
What are some of your favorite bands? Not necessarily that you react to, but just generally.
Wow, that's pretty. It's kind of a loaded question, so I'll try to narrow it down because I am someone that. Okay, so let's just say this: my channel basically centers around mostly heavy metal and more like rock. So I don't want to just keep it, just one style. So I've been doing some hip hop. I even did some country music. I'm very diverse when it comes to music. I like some older school hip hop because I'm not young. I was born. I'm 42 years old. So let's just say that I'm 42. So groups like Metallica and Megadeth are obviously a big part of my childhood. I like some really heavy stuff like Pantera and Sepultura. But when it comes down to like hip hop and stuff, I like the Wu-Tang Clan. Groups like A Tribe Called Quest. Stuff like that. Even my parents, I had to listen to Kenny Rogers when I was a kid a lot because my mom was a big country Kenny Rogers fan, and my dad's a music head like me, so he listens to a lot of oldies. Back in the day, they actually had an oldie station on the radio. Now it's really not oldies, 50s and 60s music. So like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and stuff like that. And one of the things I wanted to do with my channel is for have people to introduce myself to some of the newer artists that are out there. And there's a lot of good artists, but it seems like a lot of what is new that's good is hip hop related.
Yeah.
Some kind of pop. There's not a lot of good heavy metal.
Because we were talking.
It's just not.
Yeah, John and I grew up in the 80s. And so the music back then, like the 80s and 90s, and what today's music, like we were raised in so much better music.
It's funny, like you were talking about Wu-Tang. I haven't met anybody from New York that doesn't like Wu-Tang.
And plus, there's just so many artists that came out of the group. They just all went solo and did very well. It's like Raekwon and Method Man and artists like that. And I haven't even done any reactions to any of the Wu-Tang. Or NWA was a big group back in the day. I mean, I listen to so much different music. It's just people think that when they come to my channel, they'll see a lot of just Metallica and Megadeth and stuff like that. But trust me, there's a lot of different kind of music that I listen to. I get bored of the same style music if I listen to it too often, too much. I'll even listen to classical if I have to for a little bit just to kill the monotonous of different styles. And so I don't sit on one style, but I will say my wheelhouse is mostly just heavy metal. That's kind of my root. I have an older brother that kind of pushed that stuff on me. So, you know, Megadeth and Metallica, yeah, those were pushed on me for the most part, but they're good groups. So
you should thank him. He did a good job.
yeah, he definitely, yeah. So it's the younger generation doesn't really agree with some of that stuff. They look at me and probably say, you know, I would say my audience is probably mostly, let's just say anywhere from 30 to 45, 50 years old people. There's not a lot of 20-year-olds listening to, or at least watching my reactions. I did some beatbox reactions recently on my channel that are doing really, really well, and no copyright claims. And that's not technically music, but it still falls within a different kind of category. And you know, and if you grew up in the '80s, there was a little bit of that back then, like with the Fat Boys and certain groups like that. So
Run DMC.
Yeah.
And
Austin wants to know, do you like Pink Floyd?
Oh, I love Pink Floyd, and I actually would love to cover a song from them. You know, it's one of those groups that, you know, that I put them right up there with like Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones. But just so everybody knows out there, the older artists like the Beatles and Pink Floyd, those copyrights are almost, I mean, they'll block you within seconds.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you'll see, I mean, I put a lot of work into my reactions, a lot of different editing. I try to make it fun for the viewer, just, you know. So if you spend 2 days editing a video and then you put it up and 30 seconds later or a minute later it's blocked, that's kind of tough to deal with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, it's risky. So live footage, if people want to request stuff on my channel ever, live footage will be a little bit easier for me to deal with. I'm kind of meticulous, so I want something, a good quality sound. I don't want to just throw any kind of live concert footage up there. I like good quality.
I've seen something recently that was kind of cool. So I don't normally watch reaction channels that much.
Right.
I was cruising through YouTube and I found kids reacting to Nirvana.
Yes.
Like, that was awesome. The kids were like, what is this? And they were listening to it and they were like, this guy doesn't make any sense. Like, he's singing and the lyrics just don't make any sense.
I know.
So,
yeah. It's you know, I seen that video actually, and that's another little bit of background that actually kind of got me interested in reactions, was stuff like that, where you see these kids listening to Nirvana and Metallica, and they'll throw all kinds of crazy artists, even like older stuff like a Pink Floyd, and that's really interesting. That, you know, Nirvana is one of those groups that some of the kids really liked actually, and they got like the long hair,
yeah,
so forth. So I've seen that, John. That's a good one.
Now, what do you use to record and to edit your videos?
For recording, I started off with my iPhone 6S in my very first videos, but now I am using my Canon Rebel T7i. It was a birthday gift from my parents and my wife, and I know it's kind of an expensive gift, but I have a family, so it's going to be good for photos and so forth. We already use it in that respect. And so the Canon Rebel T7i, that's my camera. I did purchase a shotgun microphone. That's like a $27 shotgun microphone, and I use that. I got a boom. That I use, a mic stand with a boom and stuff. So I try to upgrade my audio to help with clarity. And as far as editing, I use there's a program called VSDC Editor. It's a free program that you can download, but then if you want to open it up a little bit, you know, and get it to its full potential, I had to buy the pro version, which was like $20. Now I just purchased a Mac last weekend, MacBook Pro. It's a 13-inch, because technically I use my work computer. I was using my work computer for my recordings, and I don't want to do that. So I'm looking this Mac that I bought, and actually I'm using it right now to talk to you guys. It's a 2015 model, so it's a little bit older, but it has Adobe Premiere, it has Final Cut Pro, it has all these high-end programs, and I don't know how to use them because they're really high-end. So,
and there's also iMovie too, which normally comes with the MacBook Pro. That's what we have. And when we first got our laptop, we didn't really use it to its potential.
No, we didn't know how.
We probably still don't even use it to its potential.
No, definitely not.
But we love it. Like, we started on iMovie, and then we moved to Final Cut Pro, and it's a lot of fun. You can add a lot of different different details and stuff
It depends what you do. Like Final Cut Pro is really good for like vlogging and for like when you're doing like quick videos, because it's like you have like a lot of options and a lot of like insets you can change. You can change your all your different parameters, your cut throughs, your cut scenes, all that stuff. But like when you do like bigger things, like say I was in McJuggerNugget series, in that using Final Cut Pro wouldn't work. So you'd have to use like Adobe Premiere or something like that, because it's like
more cinematic.
it has a cinematic editor that you can do like a real big shots and a real like crazy audio, you know, changes and stuff. It depends what kind of videos you do, what you should use.
That sounds kind of complicated.
Very, very complicated.
And I do have Adobe Premiere on this Mac, so I will slowly learn. And the problem with me switching over to this Mac right now is the program I was using on my Windows Dell does not. They don't have a Mac version for VSDC. It's a good program. Don't get me wrong. It's just that it's a little bit limited to what you can do. So it was good for a beginner. So I would say anyone that does beginning. A beginner on a channel, VSDC editor is a good program. It's simple. It's very simple.
One of your shorter. That's what I did. How I started off, going from iMovie to Final Cut Pro, because Final Cut Pro has the more options, and it's the more professional, because you actually have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But for that is that I just picked a small video that I can like play around with. So one of your smaller reactions that like, yeah, you'll spend some time on it, but just like a shorter reaction video that you can just waste some time on it just to try and figure out the program, that will get you in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Noelle is on. Hi, Noelle. If you guys are just joining us, make sure you tweet out this video and come and have some fun. And if you guys are just joining us and you never heard of YouTuber of the Week, YouTuber of the Week is a spotlight interview live series that I have on my channel, and it is collabing with a YouTuber and trying to give their channel additional exposure, so go check them out. The link is in the description below. And leave your questions here. So it's like a live Q&A. It's a lot of fun. Just you leave your questions in the comments. I'll ask them. You get your answers right away. You don't have to wait and get an answer later on. You get it right here, right now.
Well, hopefully YouTube sends out the notification for this soon, because
I didn't get it either.
I'm refreshing and refreshing. That's what I'm messing with my phone. I'm refreshing, and it's still nothing. Still not out yet.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
me neither.
Because sometimes, like, people, our subscribers get notifications right away. I remember, I think Noelle is still on here. She was YouTuber of the Week 2 weeks ago. Like I said, our live is probably about an hour long. It goes by super, super fast.
Yeah.
She didn't get hers until an hour and 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, how did you not?
And I thought that YouTube, like the direction that they would like us creators to head in was a lot of live feeds, So I thought they would be more friendly and more prompt with that. So that's tough, because I mean, now that I'm on your stream and there's another person that would like to interview me in the future, I would like to do more live footage, because I think it's just cool to open up to your audience.
It is. With YouTuber of the Week, we actually used to do it on a video, so it would just be like a regular video, edit, add some the different editing features, and then when we started doing live, it was a lot more fun, because then people can join in. They can ask you questions right here.
Nice.
They can see who you are. They can go check out your channel, subscribe, and come back and watch the live. And it's more of, I think when you go live, more people that are notified that aren't necessarily yet subscribed to your channel, but they can check out your live and subscribe if they want to.
I always thought it was cool. Like, I don't know if you ever got the chance, but you ever meet like somebody famous or your favorite YouTuber or something like that, and you never know what to say, because you're like starstruck, and you're like, well, hey, how are you doing? So at least with this, it's like you get to meet them, but at the same time, you're still behind the keyboard, so like you can ask good questions and not be nervous that, you know.
Yeah.
I agree, actually. You know, I mean, I'm not. It's not that I'm a 22-year-old kid, and I probably would have been a lot more reluctant to do something. You know, even like this behind a camera and a keyboard. I'm a little more. I guess I'm a little more confident now. You know, I've been through a lot in my life, so. But I get that though. You know, you even like if you guys hit me up with a question, I might be biting my tongue and fumbling over my words, and oh man, you know, kind of like, you know, cat got your tongue type thing, you know, one of those. But this is a good setting. You know, we're all small YouTubers here, so this is good. I mean, I've seen Stephanie, I've seen you on James Cox, you know, and stuff like that. And so it's just nice that it's kind of coming full circle a little bit now, because I kind of came into the game late here towards maybe some people, and it's just good, you know, just touching base and talking one-on-one with people. And I like this environment, and I think this is something that is going to even progress more for myself. So when you talked about my channel in the future, where it could be a year from now, this live thing right here is something that I've been really chomping at the bit to get into. So you're kind of opening that door for me. I have another interview scheduled for January, another really good supportive channel, supporter of my channel, and he's a music guy. So we're going to get into some more music questions, you know.
That's awesome.
So I'm excited. Yeah, this whole live thing is a good stuff. It's a good thing for myself and for you guys as well.
It's scary because like you never know what kind of questions are going to come through, and
yeah,
like
exactly.
Like I know I get like I get some that I'm just like, oh man, I don't even know how to answer that. You know?
And they can see
they can see you
their
sweat
question.
it out. Like, oh.
But no, I think live is pretty cool. I know a lot of people are nervous about going live, and I know we were talking about that because you can't edit it. But that's also a good thing too. Is that's one less video that you have to edit.
Right. And you do get good view time as long as you have a couple people, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You can tell me, like, how much has that helped your channel view time wise?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, well, I know that you are part of YouTube Creators Alliance. It's a group that I created with a few of my friends, and we have a playlist in there. Like you have playlists in your group too. So if you want to shout that out, and it's cool because the playlist, the SEO threads, people watching your channel like that, and then also going live helps your watch time, because I don't know how like the analytics, you know, how it figures it out. But like we go live twice a week. We go live for YouTuber of the Week, and we go live on Sunday nights with the Hagertys. We go just generally. And we go just for an hour, and depending on how many viewers you have and how long they stick around, you can probably get, I want to say average, maybe 10, 12 hours.
Yeah.
Watch time.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
People tend to forget that view time is just as important as their subscriber requirement.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's a funny thing. A lot of people kind of just minimize that. And YouTube is very smart when it comes to analytics and their algorithm, and it's just as important. So I hope everybody understands that. And you know, the big trick is how you get that view time up. It's just all about giving the viewer exactly what they're looking for. And once you get that viewer tuned in your channel or your video, I should say, it's up to you to keep them there. So that's where the editing comes in, and then maybe just preparation with your video. Now me, I just fly off the cuff, man. I just let the video roll, and maybe I could be a little more prepared because I do a lot of stop, record, you know, in the beginning. But once I get rolling, I'm usually pretty good. It's just the very first couple takes, and kind of like and you're like, oh man, I just want to get it, you know.
It's hard to get into that vibe. You know, it's hard to be like, we always call it camera ready. It's hard to get that, like, you're like, man, I don't feel like paying the bills. You're talking all this crap, and then you're like, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing today?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, true. And in me, usually I'm changing a diaper and then I'm going right on camera.
You're like, oh, man, I'm so tired. So what's up, everybody? We're going to get to this reaction. You're like,
Hi, Eric. Hi, Dan. Okay, so Eric wants to know, are you guys ready for Christmas? Or somewhat.
How are you guys doing? You guys all right?
got a tree. Got that.
Yeah, that's a plus, right?
Yeah.
You know, my wife does 90% of it, so I'm going to give all the kudos to my wife. I actually just went out and bought my dad something today. We just went to Kohl's and did some shopping, so that's a little plug for Kohl's. But anyways,
Hashtag ad.
What's that?
Hashtag ad.
Yeah. But, you know, I didn't get all my Christmas decorations up 100% because it snowed early here and just outside of, I'm south of Buffalo, New York. And so I couldn't get up on my my 24-foot ladder to get up there with the Christmas lights on you know, off the gutters because I got accumulation of snow. But I did some stuff decorating wise pretty good. It's gonna be fun because I have a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. They're all boys, and they're excited. So whenever they act up, we act like we're gonna call Santa Claus, and it shuts them down quick.
We're an all-boy family. We
know.
We know how this.
Do you know how like we were remodeling our living room and he's actually doing his own windows
Oh.
out in the cold.
Man, I feel for you, bro. That sucks.
Yeah. Well, when they quote you $16,000 to change out 16 windows, and I can do them myself for maybe like 6,000 or 7,000.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put up with that aggravation because we all know how that money. That's almost 9-10 grand right there. So it's a pain in the ass, let me tell you. But I did 3. I did my biggest ones this past weekend, and it was so cold out that the caulk was starting to freeze when I was out there caulking them. So I had to come in, warm the caulk up, come run back out, and finish. And my wife made a big pot of chili, so I was good.
He said I made it okay.
Yeah, I was hot. I was spicy, and then I ran outside, and I was good.
On fire, but the caulk was frozen.
Dan, we are good. We are good, Dan. And Core Dream Studios, his name is Dan. He said he just subs to your channel.
Oh. Tell him thank you very much. I appreciate the support. And make sure he you know, leaves me a comment somewhere so I can just say hi back and thank him and all that.
Yeah, leave a comment below, and also on his channel too. King Link. Raymond,
King Link did too.
He subscribed to your channel as well.
Awesome.
So Dan has a question. He goes, Danny, what kind of videos do you do? Haven't had time to check out your channel yet, but definitely did sub.
His question was, what kind of videos am I doing?
Yes.
Well, the reaction videos that I do, I mainly react to a lot of different kinds of music. I was mostly doing a lot of heavy metal stuff or just rock and roll in the beginning, but now, like I said, I'm progressing out to maybe a little more, you know, some hip hop, some even K-pop that Korean pop is very, very big.
Yes.
Some Japanese metal, baby metal. The group is called Baby Metal. And then did a couple country reactions. I did David Allan Cole was the name of the artist, and then I did Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson country. It was Ghost Riders in the Sky. I did that one, and I just did a couple beatbox reactions. They were uploaded last week, and those are, like I said, those were doing really well. So far it's mainly music, like I said, and you know, I'm not afraid to ask I do go through my subscribers for the requests. You know, you subscribe to my channel. Take the time to show some faith in me, or at least support me, that I'm gonna try my best to do what I have to do. I got 3 kids. I'm very busy, so I'm not maybe I don't upload maybe as often as some people, but I'm doing my best. You know, at least try to do at least one a week. Sometimes I'll get 2 or 3 out a week, and sometimes I'll go 2 weeks without one. So if there's any suggestions or any recommendations, feel free to send them my way, and I'll do my best. You know, I'll do my best.
Yeah, because Danny is on Twitter. He is on Facebook. So if you go on to Facebook, it's Dannymikreacts. I think it's 2 words. Is it 1 or 2 words?
It's 2 words it's Danny space reacts, or I'm sorry, Dannymik space reacts, and then you can just send me a request to my Facebook channel. And then for Twitter, it might be Dannymikreacts. That's 1 word for. I do put a link in my videos down in the description. You'll see my social media links for Facebook and Twitter, so you can at least find it there and just click on it.
Yeah, I follow on Twitter, by the way. I got it. Appreciate that.
Dan says that sure, he's definitely going to check out your videos. Raymond wants to know, how do you feel about Aretha Franklin passing away?
Oof. Well, everybody knows she's what do they call her? She's like the queen of soul, or I'm not sure exactly the name, but it's tough, when you lose when the music industry loses such a iconic artists out there. It's tough on just the industry as a whole, but her music, thank God for recordings, right? I mean, there's recordings out there, there's a lot of video footage out there, so that's really all I can really say. It's tough, it's very sad, but she did her thing. She's been around a long time, and she touched and influenced a ton of different people, artist wise, or just your casual average Joe like us. So like I said, thank God for recordings.
Yeah, Raymond said the Queen of Soul, a big impact on music.
Sure.
I think I missed a question. Hi, Dakota and family. How you doing? She's Raymond said she was a strong woman and beat the odds. Yes.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You have someone that's got so much influence in that respect. With that topic. Just coming in and as a Black woman and pushing the boundaries and so forth. You got to respect her for that, and it opened up the door for a lot of different people out there. So I'm sure a lot of people appreciate what she did for that, down that avenue.
Raymond's over here singing R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
So I know you've only been on YouTube for about 9 months, but from starting your channel in March to where it is now, you've gone through a lot just in those 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
So what is something you now know that you wish you knew when you first started?
That sounds like a loaded question.
Like, about editing, like, oh, this is what I tried, this didn't work, tried this didn't work. Now I finally found something that works. So what is something you wish you knew? What is something you know now that you wish you knew when you first started, so you didn't make all those mistakes? I think you made mistakes, but I'm just saying.
There were lessons learned, not mistakes.
There's so many different things, coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? You start off and you look back. Like I don't want to say I cringe at my early videos.
I do.
I kind of do. I kind of do. So being stiff and just not engaging in front of the camera is one of those things. I guess I wasn't ready for that. I kind of hit the record button the one day and I wanted to do a Pantera song as my first song I ever did. And I'm just kind of like, hi, I'm Dannymik. I just want to do this, blah, 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 blah. So I didn't understand the significance of once you get a viewer watching your video. I didn't understand the significance of how hard it is to keep them tuned in, because we're all busy here today and we're at work, where people are on their phones. So I wish I knew. I wouldn't say I wish I knew. I understand now, and again, it's one of those things you learn, but just maybe it would have been nice if I was a little bit better in the beginning to maybe give myself a little more of a boost. But then again, this is what I did, and this is where I'm at now, and I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm just going to take it like all you guys do and learn from your mistakes. It's really, really important to keep your audience or your viewers, the retention is what they call it, audience retention. That's so important. So maybe smile more. Do a lot more smiling when you're on camera.
Did you realize that you're like,
yeah,
straight face, and then you're like, What was he thinking?
And when you watch it back and you see all your mannerisms, you're like, I didn't know I said or so or ooh or look this way every single time.
I say all that?
You do.
I do.
But how many times do you say like you know, like you know they teach you, like I don't have any experience in recording and filming school or anything, but one of the things they do harp on you about is when you keep saying like every like 3 words, you know, you keep stopping and that's one of those things that I still do, and I'm trying to work on it. You know, it's tough because sometimes you just you lose your train of thought and you just have to roll with it, and that's where you lose your viewers, is when you kind of just start fumbling, so forth.
So I'm going to give everybody on the stream a little insight on my part of that question. So I've been making YouTube videos for a little over 2 years now, right? And channel growth was hard. It was, I don't do selfies. Everything was tough. The whole ordeal was tough. So I asked McJuggernuggets, I had a shot to sit down with him and ask him, you know.
Do you know who that is?
No.
No? You got to check him out. You'll love him. So.
Well, did you ever hear about the teenager who was addicted to video games, and his dad took his Xbox
and smashed it
and took it out into the yard, ran it over with a lawnmower?
No, you're getting them all confused.
But you know what I mean.
His dad was on a lawnmower, ran all his games over. It's one of the most viral videos out there.
I've never seen it. I've seen a couple of videos where the kids go bananas when their dad takes their Xbox away or something. One with Thanksgiving where the kids start flipping the table over.
That's him.
That's him.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that kid went bananas, and it was just like, I was kind of like, wow. Like, how do you control that kid?
Yeah, well, he's a YouTuber. He has almost 4 million subscribers.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it might be an act, but you know,
it's real.
So
realistic.
So me and him, we so I had a chance to sit down with him and ask him, what am I like? Where am I going wrong? What am I doing wrong with my videos? Like, and I was asking all kinds of like small YouTuber questions. Like I was like, you know, is my framing right? Is my audio clear? Is, you know, do I have the right, you know, is the lighting right and everything? And he straight up looked me in the face and said, would you watch the bullshit you put out? I don't know. And he said, if you could sit down after editing it for 3 hours, if you could sit through it and it entertains you, publish it. If not, delete that shit. That's what he said. And I'm like, you know, he's right. It's the harsh truth behind, like, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna pump all these videos. I'm gonna put, you know, 5 videos out a week. I'm gonna do all this stuff. And he's like, can you sit through it? You edited it. If you can't sit through it, scrap it. It's junk.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, because you have to, it's not about how many, it's not about quantity, as you're saying, it's about quality. Yeah. And that's a good point. You know, that's a good point that people need to think about. When you're done editing your video and you play it back, you have to ask yourself, would you sit there and watch what you're putting out? Because if you wouldn't, then what are you doing? Yeah. And if you're asking, why aren't I getting subscribers? Why does my view time suck? You know, I got a video with 34 seconds of average view time. Yeah. You're doing something wrong if that's what's happening. So I try to pride myself on trying to get like to like the 4-minute mark of average. You know, you got a 10-minute video. If you get 4 minutes of average time, then, you know, you're doing something pretty good, because, you know, there's people out there that are watching 8 minutes, and then there's people that are watching 2 minutes. It kind of bounces around, and it's not like you can sit there and play your video all day long and try to get your view time up, because YouTube's smart. They know you're doing that shit. So they're going to cut that off. You know, you're only allowed to watch so many minutes of your footage a day or something. I don't know what the specs are, but I know there's something.
Yeah, so I notice a lot of small YouTubers are getting this idea that they think that they can share a playlist of their video, and that if you watch the same video over and over again, they think that it's going to boost your view time and it's going to boost your views. I'm sorry to tell everybody, but it does not work that way, right? So you can watch, like you just said, you can watch your own video. I think they have like an actual number. I think it's like 11.5 minutes or something like that per video of your own video. Wow. So when other IP addresses or other, you know, login names when they watch your video, the only way you're going to get more view time is if people are watching your playlist under all different names. You can't keep rewatching it. It's not going to work.
No.
Yeah. Well, there's like, you do the playlist as well.
Yeah.
And you know, we add an hour to your playlist, and you know, like of different people's channels, and you kind of like play when you're sleeping or something like that.
That's fine.
There's a few channels that have like just an hour, like just, you know, they have like 13, 15 videos, but it equals like an hour. If they keep participating in the same,
it's not helping
with the same people, you're like, I'm adding like the same videos over and over again, and I'm like, it's not really helping their channel.
No.
Yeah.
It's
you know that too, right?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of, you know, I haven't been totally super active with a lot of the playlists and so forth, and that, I mean, I got my view time is good. I got like 6,600 hours right now of view time. You need 4,000, I believe. But my point is that your SEO score, your rating, or whatever they call it, is something that that's another thing. I didn't know about that when I first got into YouTube, and I wish I knew about it immediately, because then I would have been a little more picky how I did things. You know, it's all about people coming to your channel, searching your channel out for starters, and then scrolling through your videos and finding what they want to watch. And so that's why I think the SEO stuff that we're slowly implementing into some of the groups that we do, that we are involved with, is important, because at least we're searching you out and we're picking what we want to pick versus you pushing it down our throat, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's really important. The SEO is something, and none of us are geniuses when it comes to that, because who knows how to figure that stuff out. But the point is, you have to have people search you out, and you have to have people look through your channel and pick out videos that they want to see. Sharing videos is good and so forth, but the meat and potatoes are when the viewers do what they have to do. So, I mean, we can help a little bit. It might help us just a little bit.
Yeah, that's why they say the only way you're going to get real views is if you hit trending topics, because people are already looking for this tag, or it's going to be a tagline with other videos in that SEO search. That's the only way. It's like, say there's a big storm coming to New York, and you're like, I'm on this. So you're like, I'm going to do a reaction to this storm that's coming, and all your tags are this, you know, the storm's name, New York, this part of New York, storm damage, all this stuff. People are going to search it. It's going to be in that line, and you're going to get a ton of views, and then people are going to be so confused how you did it. That's how you do it.
That's good. That's a good point. I mean, and that might be something I can do on my channel for reactions, because I live in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're on the news once a year for 45 inches or 65 feet of snow in 2 hours. It's so crazy, you know.
That would be your first viral video right there.
Yeah. So you're right. You wanna search out, like, you know, if you're planning your videos, you want what's hot and what's out there. So, like, if that's the big talk, then why not go for it? You know, when it comes to music, that's another thing. I didn't search out music that was big. I was kind of just picking my own thing, and people were throwing some obscure bands at me that not many people were looking to, you know, watch. So you got to go find something that people want. That's the main thing. But again, like, once you get them there, you got to keep them there, because if your content sucks, they're off that channel in 30 seconds for that video.
You go on the trending tab and you look at what's the most popular music that's coming out, or popular songs that are out, and most of it's garbage. Like, I'm going to be straight. It's bad. So, like, your reaction is going to be awesome, because you're like, all right, this is cool. And then it's going to hit, and you're like, what is this? What is this right now?
Yeah. I mean, I just did Nicki Minaj, Good Form. I just uploaded it, 2 days ago maybe. And it's only been out for like maybe 10 days, the video itself. And it's not doing that good on my channel because I was a week late.
Right.
You have to kind of hit that stuff like right off the jump. It hit YouTube on a Friday, like about almost 2 weeks ago. I put it out, like I said, Monday or Tuesday. My reaction's funny because I couldn't believe what I was watching, because it was ridiculous. Like, even a video.
It's also Nicki.
Yeah, like, she's just out of control. Her body's out of control. And just I couldn't believe that stuff was even allowed to be on like TV, because it's just basically naked girls. So I'm kind of speechless in my video, and it's one of my most. I had a lot of fun reacting to it, and I had a lot of fun editing it, because I couldn't believe the way I looked when I was watching it back. I'm just like, wow, man, I couldn't even talk. So, but that's, you know, like you said, you got to get the topics you got to get the right topics. Yeah, that's a tough thing about doing family vlogs, because not everybody wants to watch you and your kids make toast and eggs, you know?
That's why, like, a lot of like kid channels and toy channels and toy review channels, that's why they all do well, because if you gear your channel towards kids and what they're looking for, your views and subscribers are going to go through the roof. If you do what you like to do, then you have to hit all the trending things. Like, you have to say, all right, well, this new video is coming out. I know it's going to be crap, so I'm just going to roll with it. And then you're going to get a ton of views. You're going to get a lot of hate comments, because everybody's like, yo, why is this guy hating on Nicki Minaj? And you're like, I'm not. She's all right, but the song sucks. You know
Did you guys, I'm just curious, only because my viewers are going up like by like at least 5 to 10. Did you guys just get the notifications?
Yep.
If you guys just got your notifications for this live video, because we've been live
Smash the little
for
thumbs up.
Almost an hour and we're almost done.
Yeah.
If you guys just got your notification, comment below and let me know. Hi, Finn. Yes, we did. John just got it today. Yeah, Michelle said she never got a notification.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle is on. One question. Yeah, no. Hi, Kaden.
Yep.
It's okay.
So,
we're still having fun. But Dakota,
now everybody comes flooding in.
I know. Dakota, yeah.
How many do we have?
9 right now.
We have 9 now, but we were at 3, but it was like fluctuating. And we normally
2, 3, and then 5, 7, 9.
Yeah, we normally have about 10 to 20 viewers, mostly averaging about like 10 to 12. Yeah. But you can tell when the notification went out and didn't go out, because we were at like 3 to 4, maybe 5, and then as soon as like 5 seconds ago, it went up to 9. I'm like, holy crap!
Yeah, that's how it works.
Dakota and family had a question for you. What is your general feeling about YouTube? So there's 3 questions to this one. What is your general feeling about YouTube? Are you doing this for a hobby? And do you think heavy metal will get a revival?
Well, first of all, yes, the hobby, that it is a hobby right now, because I mean, I started this just because I enjoy doing what I do. Heavy metal getting a revival, I don't think so. I think it's just one of those things where it just kind of progresses into a different style of heavy metal. Like the most recent heavy metal, not even considered heavy metal, that was really decent stuff in my opinion, was the new metal with like Limp Bizkit and Korn and you know, Rage Against the Machine, and you got Slipknot is still doing their thing. I think they're still going to kind of go and be very popular, but they're barely holding on. They're holding on with by the skin of their teeth, really. Slipknot's doing pretty good. They just released an album, which I would like to do a reaction to, but again, you get blocked pretty quick because it's brand new and it's tough. So the thing that's tough about it is you got to really chop your video up, and it kind of loses the integrity of the song. And how do I feel about YouTube in general? It's an awesome platform for us creators to do what we have to do. I enjoy it. I've watched it for years. There's a lot of different things to watch on there. Just fixing your car and stuff like that. They're a little strict on me as a reactor reaction channel because of the copyrights. So it's here's the thing that I want to throw out there, just and it doesn't matter that I'm even saying this because the record labels don't care. What I do is I basically almost my channel and all the other reaction channels is you'll see a reaction to a song that you haven't heard in a long time, and it'll kind of spark your interest in that artist, so it kind of revives a little bit of an older band that you haven't heard in a while, or a song that you haven't heard in a while. We actually kind of promote these artists or these bands for these record labels for free. Yeah. So it's kind of one of those things. I wish they would see it like that, because we do a lot of, and the thing is, reaction channels, they are pretty popular if people like it or not. They are popular, and they do get a lot of views. So you know, in that respect, they're tough on us. It's an automated system. You know, as soon as I upload my video, copyright claim comes out immediately before I even hit to actually release it. It's tough. It's a tough thing. Like I said, it's frustrating too for a lot of us that do music. And that's why you'll probably see me branch out and to do something a little more easier, you know, like try to, those challenges where you don't laugh at certain videos and so forth. But again, I think YouTube's the best platform for us creators out there. I will say that much about it. They're strict. They got their shit together, but it's the best platform out of all of them. So
there's another one called Storyfire you need to check into. It's another amazing one. So
cool. I'm gonna have
stories and stuff like that, not for a reaction.
Right now, but it's going to be videos and everything. So it's coming.
So I'm gonna have to connect with you, John, a little bit more and just kind of talk about some of this stuff. And just since you do appreciate some of the music I like, you know, we can kind of kick ideas off. You can throw something at me and
hit me up.
You'll be like, I request
some crazy stuff.
Craziness. Marilyn Manson. Rebel, bitch.
Yeah.
That's
that'll work out.
What's that song called?
Huh?
What's the title of that? Rebel, bitch. Oh my gosh, it just slipped my mind. I know what it is. Anyway, we'll send you some requests for that one. Guys, if you're just joining us, welcome to Nay's Days. I'm Nay. This is YouTuber of the Week. We're actually getting ready to end our YouTuber of the Week, which is always so sad. This is Danny, and he does reaction videos to music. So if you guys have any requests for him, make sure you hit him up and see if he's able to do that reaction video. Also, down in the description below, I have his link, so make sure you click on that, subscribe to his channel, turn on that post notification bell if they do send out that notification, and check out his videos and just see his reaction to some of your favorite songs if they're on there. Dan says that he used to listen to Marilyn Manson. King Link said, great video interview. That's why I love doing this, is because not only do we talk on, like, it's a messenger or on Facebook, but we're actually, like, collabing together. And if it weren't for YouTube, we wouldn't have, you know, expanded our horizon and met some amazing YouTubers. And so, guys, go check out this. And if you guys are just watching it, not live, you can still comment your questions below and I will send them along to Danny. Or you can just go check out his channel and, you know, subscribe to all his social medias. King Link, that was a really nice comment, that it was a great video. Do you know, and I normally don't do this on my YouTuber of the Week lives, but next week's YouTuber of the Week is King Link.
It is. King
Link 86. He does reaction videos to videos.
Interesting.
So I've never had a back-to-back reaction channels.
Always gotta try something new.
I'll have to hit him up and check his channel out. So
yep, he's going to be next Wednesday as well. Wednesday nights seem to work better for us. You know, kids concerts. You know, especially in December, and school activities.
Yeah, it's Christmas too. It's Christmas time, or just holidays for whoever, you know, religion wise. So it's very busy.
Yeah.
King hooked me up one day, so I did a video and everything, and you know, being part of like the whole McJuggernuggets crew and all that stuff. He did a reaction video on my video, and I was like, "Mom, I made the big time."
That's good. That's good. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about right there.
Awesome.
Somebody, I actually might do a reaction to my old videos and make fun of myself. So
that's what Michelle, who's part of YCA, she and we both did reaction videos of our first third video, and we're like, oh my goodness, this was cringy.
My videos are cringe.
But I want to thank you, Dan, so much for being an awesome member of the community, working with small YouTubers or just YouTubers in general, and trying to help them grow and give them support. And I just like really appreciate like what you do. And just thank you so much for being this week's YouTuber of the week. I really appreciate it. I know your channel is going to go far.
Don't forget about us little guys when you make it.
And guys, I want to thank you guys so very much for joining us tonight. And I hope that you guys stay tuned. Check out his channel because he's amazing. He's super nice, as you guys saw. His reactions are his true reactions. You know, first time hearing it, or if it's an older song, maybe the first time watching the video and reacting to it. So just go check it. Go check him out. Share this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe down below. And Danny, I don't know if you know this. And guys, I'm not sure if my regular viewers are on. But I don't know if I can do it because there's not that many people that are on. But guys, I would love for you guys to leave as many hearts and likes on his channel as possible. So, guys, thank you so very much. Danny, just hold on for 1 second. Is there anything that you would like to say to the people who are watching this?
Oh, I definitely would like to, first of all, thank you, Stephanie and John, for allowing me to join you guys on the live stream. It was good to finally get to talk to somebody more one-on-one. You know, I don't know where you guys are located, but you know, just being in New York,
We're in Jersey.
In Jersey.
Where are you?
Jersey.
New Jersey.
Oh, okay, that's right. You told me that. That's right. I've been to Atlantic City once, so
Close. We're about an hour away from there.
okay, that's awesome. I had a good time with my wife. No kids. It was great. But
No
again, you know, listen, guys, I really do appreciate you guys, Stephanie, asking me to do this for you know, Creators Alliance and so forth. It's humbling, it's flattering, it's humbling, it's all that. You guys kind of probably opened up the Pandora's box, maybe of live stream for me. So
all your fault, man.
Yeah. Be ready to maybe see me try some of this. And I would like to also thank the viewers out there for joining us on a chat today. Anyone that you don't have to subscribe to my channel if you don't like it. It's no pressure, but you know, support Stephanie and John, and if you'd like to support myself, I'd appreciate that. And I'm very active with my in my comment section. I respond to basically every single comment on a real-time type of from my heart type comment. I don't just say thank you and that's it. I do my best to acknowledge people that take time to show us small YouTubers and appreciate us, and I respect that. So again, guys, thank you. You guys keep doing a great job with what you're doing. I'm not going to be a stranger, so I'm going to try my best. I'm a busy guy, but I'll do my best to keep it going here and help support you guys too, and keep pushing along. So I'll watch this back and see where I messed up and learn from that. And so I had a fun time, so I really appreciate it, guys. I really do. Thank you very much.
So we're going to ask you to hold on. So guys, thank you guys so very much for watching. Like I said before, make sure you go check out his channel. Next week, we're going to have a new YouTuber of the week like we have every single week.
King Link 86. Make sure you check it out.
And I will set those announcements on Monday, let you know exactly the date and the time and things like that. But this is like my favorite series because I get to talk with you guys on a weekly basis, and I get to talk with a new YouTuber of the week. And for you guys to get to know them better and give their channel additional exposure, which I believe that they deserve. So guys, I hope you guys have an amazing week. Always think positive, never give up, live life to the fullest, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.